Hi Leo, welcome to your week ahead taroscope with me, Raphael from Radiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. Quick note, these readings are for your sun, moon and ascendant sign. So whether you're a sun, moon or rising sign Leo, this is for you. Remember, they're general readings. Use your own discernment. Before we start, as always, I would like to bless my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance, and I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So for your key to the week, if you are a continued subby, you know Rafi loves you, and if you're new to my channel, please don't forget to like, share, and if you should so choose and it resonates, hit the subscribe button. For your key to the week this week, you have the Sun card. Right there you are in all of your glory. In a way, this kind of makes a lot of sense to me, because effectively the sun is, the sun is your ruling luminary, but also it makes sense because the sun in Aries is exalted, right? So in some way, shape or form, whenever the sun is in Aries, you are always, usually in pretty decent shape in some regard, all right? So we like it. Now, what this means is in all of these different areas of life, some form of challenge or issue or whatever is diminished, right? And in all of these areas of life, whatever blessings show up for you this week, in some regard they are enhanced, right? And sometimes when the sun card shows up specifically in this position, it just means that you have an easier week of it than you've had previously. And I don't know about any of you, but I will fucking take it. Alright. For your actions and options this week, you've got the Seven of Pentacles. So this is an investment of time, effort and energy that you're putting in. It also suggests that some form of time, effort and energy that you've already put in when it comes to your career, when it comes to your resources, maybe even when it comes to your health, you're starting to see results already. You're starting to really see how, okay, you know what, this was a worthy investment of my time, my energy, my resources. When it comes to the options that are available to you, the Seven of Pentacles is going to present you with, shock horror, more hard work, right? So there is chances here for the hard work that's required of you to maybe create more of what you desire in your life. You've got the opportunity to do that this week, but it comes with more hard work, all right? Which, yay. For your communications and conversations, you've got the Five of Wands, which can be a challenging card, right? But you've got the Sun card here protecting you through all of this. Now, the Five of Wands with the Sun card can actually show up as things like, creative energies. It can show up as things like enjoyment and pleasure. It can show up as, it can literally show up as actual dancing, right? Now, that being said, the Five of Wands on its own is one of the agents of chaos, right? It can be too many cooks spoil the broth, too many people talking at once. But in your communication sector, I actually feel like this is you needing to invest more time in your social circle, in your social commitments, in your interpersonal connections and interactions. And with the Sun card, I kind of really like this for somebody spotting that you have a talent in a way that maybe you don't expect. So you're kind of like, oh, this was, maybe you go along to a class or whatever and somebody pulls you aside and says, look, you got a lot of potential. Are you interested in developing it? And I got to say, with that Sun card, be open to this week. If you are studying or in some form of academia, whatever you are doing this week in terms of studies, work hard at it. I mean, do whatever you have to do to be the best. Why? Because there are eyes on you this week. And so you want to make sure, right? If they're staring and they're going to stare and they're going to judge anyway, you might as well give them something to fucking look at. All right? And make sure it's the best thing that they have to look at. For those of you that are employed by somebody else, this with the Sun card, if things have been a bit fractious or the team that you work within has kind of been at odds, maybe a little bit at each other's throats, sticking it out was probably one of the best moves that you made, and you're going to see this come good now. All right, you're going to see it show up for you. When it comes to your home, those of you that are business owners, entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, people that work for themselves, this is about you bringing more people into the work that you do. Maybe this is about delegating. Maybe this is about getting an assistant. Maybe this is about working with people or more people. Maybe this is about collaborating in some way, shape, or form. With the Five of Wands being the card that shows up, you just want to make sure that, whoever you are working with or collaborating with, you want to make sure that they're going to give as much as they get out of you. Right? Like, if it's not mutually beneficial, don't be in it, quite frankly. When it comes to those of you that are retired and no longer working, this with the Seven of Pentacles, I like this for actually joining a hobby group, a craft group. I like this for doing literal work on the garden, like your actual garden as well. All of those things could show up for you this week. When it comes to your love and relations, you've got the Emperor card. So if you are single and looking to mingle, the Emperor can show up for you. So this would be somebody that's probably older, maybe not necessarily wiser. It could also be that you meet or you connect with someone this week who, quite frankly, is going to challenge you. Somebody that's really going to push you to demonstrate the best of yourself. Someone that's going to really make you think outside of the box. This is somebody that's going to keep you on your toes or on your paws, as the case might be. So, do you know what I mean? Like, I like this. And remember, with the Emperor is one of the marriage cards. And so what this tells me is whoever you're meeting with or connecting with this week, there is a potential for this person to be something more for the longer term. But you will, remember Mercury's retrograde, so there's that going on. It also, in many ways, it's kind of like a heads up to say, give yourself time to allow it to unfold. All right, like give yourself time to allow it to reveal what it's going to be for you. But anyone that shows up as the Emperor, anytime a relationship shows up as the Emperor, it has the potential to be something very long term and even lead to marriage, right? Because it's a marriage card. For those of you that are partnered, married, or in long-term commitment, this is the state of your marriage. It is your significant other. With the Five of Wands here, there's something that does need to be talked out. With the Seven of Pentacles here, there's it's kind of like you're looking at the relationship and saying, do I want this to be another part of throwaway culture, or am I ready to dig in and do the hard work? The Sun card here offers protection, but it's going to be an all cards on the table kind of moment. There's no getting around the fact that there are going to be some hard conversations that may need to be had this week. For your money and materials, you have the Two of Wands. Finally, some good news, right? Now, remember the Sun card is here with all of this. So it's enhancing the blessings, it's enlightening the challenges. If you've had as well, this is worth mentioning, for those of you that have had problems or issues with conversations within the relationship that always lead to arguments, this week actually, because of the Sun card, it could go a long way to you finding a resolution. When it comes to your money and finances, there is a boost to the resources here through the people that you know. There's a boost to the resources here through working with or connecting with affluent people. There's a boost or connection here that's coming in. Maybe somebody gives you some form of investing advice, some kind of financial advice. Remember, Mercury's retrograde, so make sure you're hearing them correctly. If you hear something and you think, hang on a sec, just ask. I've never understood this. And maybe it's because, maybe I'm being sort of biased because obviously I'm the sort of person, I will ask a million questions if I have to. If I don't understand something, I am happy to put my hand up and be the dumbest person in the room. I will not just nod my head and make out like I know what the fuck you're talking about. I will ask you a million questions if I have to really understand what you're saying to me. I've never understood, when people say like, oh, I was too embarrassed to ask, like, really? Like, why? Because if you don't know, you're going to be even more embarrassed if they ask you to explain what they mean. Come on now, right? Like, we're all adults out here. Like, what the hell? Like, I've never understood that. Anyway, side tangent. Um, I like this card for money. I also like this for a move that you make this week that financially has a very big impact on your future eventually, and it will lead to some form of a payout. So love that, especially because you've got the Seven of Pentacles here. So it's like a worthwhile investment. When it comes to your physical health and vitality, the Two of Wands represents your head, your face, and the top part of your jaw. With the Sun card here, it may highlight to you, you know, what you really want to do about your appearance in a lot of ways. I know how that's going to show up for me. It already has. When it comes to your home and environment, the Two of Wands, this is good news around a home situation. So if you are looking to purchase a new home, if you're looking to sell your home, if you are looking to sign a new contract for a rental property, if you're looking to sign a mortgage payment or application, all of those things, this is good news around home partnerships, around money, finances and resources. This is a very good moment or deal, whatever the case might be. With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have a fantastic week. Remember, enrollment for my tarot course opens on the 18th of April, closes on the 30th. There's only 20 spaces. So if you want to get that, you want to learn to read tarot like me, hit me up. And also, it's the last one that I will teach this year because I've got other courses that I'll be bringing you throughout the year. All right, with that said, take care and I'll see you soon.